emphasize the value that these legumes bring to us in terms of their nitrogen fixation capabilities, I dug some of them up so I can show you the nodules on the roots. Sorry, this is shaky. I don't have this held by anything other than my hands. See those nodules on that root system? Those will leave behind the bacteria that are loaded with nitrogen once that plant decays. And it'll also leave behind the plant residue that also is very high in protein. So it'll mineralize and provide some nitrogen back to the soil. Here's the one of the berseem clover plants. Just knocked the soil away from the roots, and you can see quite a few nodules there as well. Having to do this one-handed, I don't think I can cut them open to show you the pink coloration on the inside. But they're fixing nitrogen. That pink color tells me nitrogenase enzyme. Pink coloration, leg hemoglobin is abundant, and they're fixing nitrogen. And once they get mature, start flowering, they will fix less nitrogen, and they will use some of that nitrogen for their flower seed production. Okay, over here, to emphasize the value of ball clover, that is one plant. That's a huge, massive amount of soil. That is a single plant of ball clover coming back to this one point. So that little small seed, really tiny seed ball clover has, produces amazing amount of biomass. I dug it up and see what it looks like. Got a lot of soil attached to it. Let me see if I can get to some of the nodules. The soil is getting a bit on the dry side, even though we got 3 inches of rain a week ago. Okay, there's what I'm talking about. See all those little white structures down in there? Those are nodules from ball clover. So what that means is that when this plant dies and decays, and all that rots and decays as well, that's going to be a lot of nitrogen left in our soil for the next crop. Usually the crops growing with the legumes don't get much benefit, if any, from being next door to a legume. But when we come along with the next crop, whether it be Bermuda grass in a pasture or a planted seed crop in the field crops, then that nitrogen is available to those plants. That's a very important aspect of soil ecology. Okay, so I did get one of those nodules cut open on this on this ball clover. And there to the left hand side, not quite in focus, you can see that pinkish coloration on the inside of that nodule. Means that it's actively fixing nitrogen. Again, as this plant gets a little older and closer to seed production, that may actually turn brown. And that brown coloration would indicate that those bacteria are dying, and then their decay products will release nitrogen into the soil. Pretty big deal.